If you're trying to build a gaming PC in 2026, well, unfortunately, you're building it in one of the worst times possible. But don't worry guys, I was able to figure out how you guys can all build a $550 gaming PC just like this one. So like always, I will leave links to everything in the description below, and let's just get right into it. Real quick before we get into today's video, I want to talk about today's sponsor, UPerfect and their Delta Mega. What you're looking at is two 23.8-inch panels stacked on top of each other, both running at 1080p 100 Hz. But what makes this thing actually impressive is that the whole thing folds up using a 360-degree hinge, so you can take it anywhere and set it up in seconds without losing any desk space. What got me the most is how thin the entire thing is. You wouldn't expect something this big to fold down this compact, but here we are. Now in terms of connectivity, you've got 4 USB-C ports and a full-size HDMI port, so you can basically connect anything to it, whether it's a laptop, a phone, game console, or whatever you have. And it's plug and play. You don't need any drivers, which is a big deal. It also has built-in speakers and a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you're not scrambling for external audio either. The stacked vertical layout is actually more ergonomic than side-by-side dual monitors too. If you want to check it out for yourself, the link is in the description, and you can use code LADTech80 or LADTech100 for up to $100 off. Alright, now let's get into the video. Okay, so starting off with the CPU, we have the i3-12100F, which you can get for $90. Now, I really do think this is actually an underrated gaming CPU, and I think the reason why people don't talk about this much is simply that Ryzen has been dominating for so long. Now this chip has 4 cores and 8 threads that boost up to 4.3 GHz, and really don't let the i3 fool you because this chip is still really good. It also doesn't have integrated graphics, which does allow it to be a little bit cheaper, but since we're combining it with a dedicated GPU anyways, it won't matter at all. And also it runs at just 58 watts under use, so basically it's really easy to cool and we don't need a lot of power to get this thing running. Now usually the Intel CPU does come with a CPU cooler, but I personally think it looks absolutely hideous. So instead we're using the Thermalright X120, which you can get for $18. Now even though the price is really cheap, this thing actually performs really well, and especially since we're pairing it with a low powered CPU, it won't be an issue at all. And overall everything is included in the box. It also comes with thermal paste, so you don't have to buy anything third party. Now for the motherboard, we have the MSI Pro B760M-P, which you can get for $115. Now this is LGA 1700, which supports 12th, 13th, and 14th gen chips all on the same chipset. So basically, if you do want to upgrade to a 13th or 14th gen chip, you have the ability to do that. Now I know there was a lot of controversy regarding the 13th and 14th gen Intel chips, but as of now, they have fixed pretty much all of it. So you actually get a pretty decent CPU upgrade path if you'd want to do so in the future. It also has 2 Gen 4 NVMe M.2 slots, so you could actually have 2 SSDs installed. And overall, I really do think this is a chipset that doesn't get talked about enough, so I'm really excited that we're using it here. Now for everyone's favorite part, we have RAM, and I'm going to be giving you guys my usual recommendation, which is going on the used market. Right now, you can find 16GB kits that are in that 3000 to 3600 megahertz range for around $60. So of course, this is going to be so much better than buying it new. For example, I have the T-Force Vulcan Z 16GB kit at 3200 megahertz in here, and that thing is going for $140. So go on your used market, check eBay, Facebook Marketplace, any of those used sites, and try to find a good deal. As long as you get something that's in that 3000 to 3600 megahertz range, it's going to pair well with the CPU and the rest of the parts in this build. And now for another part that has also gone up in price, we have the SSD. Now I'm definitely going to completely butcher this name, but it's the Fanxiang S690Q. It's a 500GB SSD at Gen 4 speeds, which you can get for $96. Now it is a Gen 4 drive, meaning you do get speeds up to 4700 megabytes. Basically, it's a solid step up compared to Gen 3, which is the previous version. But of course, we're obviously not on the newest platform since the motherboard can't support Gen 5, but that does allow us to avoid the crazy prices that Gen 5 has, which is nice to see. Although Gen 4 prices are also up because 500GB SSDs even just a couple months ago were going for almost half off. Ideally, we would want to see 1TB, especially with games taking more space as they release. But yeah, there's really nothing we can do with the RAM and SSD prices that are currently going on, so it really does suck. Now for the case, we have the Darkflash DB330M, which you can get for $67. One of my favorite parts about this case is that it comes with 3 ARGB fans pre-installed, so you don't have to go out and buy additional fans. And the reason I like this so much is simply that you're going to have good airflow and RGB lighting right out of the box. It also has this fish tank style, which I know a lot of you guys like, so you can basically see the entire build from outside. But here's something to keep in mind. The MSI B760M-P doesn't actually have an ARGB header, so you do have to buy a ARGB controller from Amazon, but most of those just run for $10, so I'll link one in the description below. It's really simple to use. All you have to do is plug in one side to a SATA cable on the power supply, and then plug the ARGB header into the other side, and basically you'll have RGB lighting that works perfectly. But overall, I've been using this case for quite a while, and it's still one of my favorites. Now for the power supply, I'm going with my trusty friend, the MSI Mag A550BN, which you can get for $50. Now this is a 80 plus bronze rated power supply that runs at around 82 to 85% efficiency, so it's not going to be a top tier power supply, but with the parts that we're pairing it with, it's going to be completely fine. Also, 550 watts is more than enough for the i3-12100F and the GPU we're pairing it with, so it won't be an issue at all. And it's also backed by a 5-year warranty, so basically the power supply is most likely going to outlast the build. And overall, I've used it in so many different gaming PCs at this point, and it really just hasn't let me down. And now for the heart of the build, we have the graphics card, which is the GTX 1070, which you can get for $60 on the used market. Now, of course, it's a little bit crazy that I'm still recommending a 10 series GPU in 2026, but it really goes to show how good NVIDIA made these cards. Now, it has 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, which is actually still enough headroom for most games at 1080p, depending on what you're playing. But for esports titles and certain AAA games, it's going to run just fine. It has a TDP of 150 watts, so it's going to be perfectly fine with the power supply we have. And for $60, I actually think that the performance you get is really surprising. I still think this is one of the best bang for buck used GPU deals that you can get right now. But yeah guys, that is the entire $550 build. So the total for everything came out to $566, which I think is really good. But like always guys, I'm going to show you guys some benchmarks so you guys can see how this PC performs. So yeah, that is the entire $550 gaming PC build. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and links to everything will be in the description below. But I'll see you guys all in the next one.